Today we are going to talk about 3 of the best organic sunscreen products. These are Coola Sunscreen products, a sunscreen for the face, a sunscreen for the body, and a BB cream with sunscreen in it. You will learn about each one of them, and by the end of this non-toxic sunblock review, you will be able to make the best choice for your sunblock needs. I'm Zanana Rose, and this is Natural Living with Zanana. I'm a nurse and a health expert, and I share information, tips, and product reviews to help you live a more healthy, sustainable, natural, and non-toxic lifestyle. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm in sunny San Jose del Cabo on vacation. It's beautiful here, friends, and it's the perfect place to talk about sunscreens and sunblock. And this is one of my favorite topics because we all need sunscreen. We need protection from UVA rays, which are the aging rays, and UVB rays, which are the burning rays. And I did do a couple videos a while back about sunscreens. I'll put those in the description and here so that you can find those if you would like to take a look. But this video is going to be all about Coola. It's one of my favorite sunscreen brands. I absolutely love it. I've been using it for quite a few years after we carried it at the spa that I used to own in Southeast Portland. And what I love about Coola is that they use 70% organic ingredients, which is just fantastic. They also pride themselves as being farm to face. That means that they support sustainable agriculture and use a lot of sustainably farmed ingredients in their products. Their website has all the details about this and more. They talk about their ingredient standards there, and there's a great list of things that they leave out of all of their products, things like phthalates and artificial fragrances and parabens, octanoxate, oxybenzone, which are the chemical sunscreens that we must avoid. Now, not all of their sunscreens are actually 100% chemical free. There are some sunscreens that contain avobenzone and homosalate. And like I talked about in my previous sunscreen video about throwing out the toxic sunscreens, they're not the greatest. Now, they're not the worst, but they're not the greatest. So what I did is I avoided those altogether and chose the mineral sunblock options that Coola has. So let's get right into it and start talking about those now. So first, we'll talk about the Coola Organic Mineral Body Sunscreen. This is a fragrance-free product. And that is one of the things that I love about Coola. They have a lot of fragrance-free options. So if you are sensitive to fragrance, this is a great product for you. It has a sheer finish. It goes on really smoothly. It hydrates and nourishes all while it is protecting you from the sun. And Coola products have plant protection in them. They have formulated plant cell actives to protect and nourish your skin. And let me just tell you what is in their proprietary plant protection formula. It incorporates naturally effective and antioxidant nutrients such as buriti oil, meadow foam seed oil, raspberry seed oil, and prickly pear extract to help fight free radicals and support the skin barrier. They claim to create healthy sun care that people love to wear. And let me tell you guys, my husband and I have been wearing this the whole time we've been in San Jose del Cabo. It really has protected our skin. It doesn't have much of a white cast. There is a little bit, but it's very subtle. I'll give you some photos of me with this Coola body sunscreen on so that you can see exactly what it looks like. I love that it's rich in oils because it does just give you a nice sheen after you put it on, which is fantastic. And I have not gotten burnt at all. The way that we evaluate products here on Natural Living with Zanana, I look at ingredients, we look at effectiveness. Does it do what it says it's going to do? And that is what I am talking about here. The active ingredient in this sunscreen is zinc oxide. It has 14%, which is excellent. That is a good amount, and I will tell you that it did create a very good sun barrier. Now, with the mineral sunscreens, you do have to reapply regularly. And with this sunblock, they say to reapply at least every 2 hours or after 80 minutes of being in in the water. It does protect you for up to 80 minutes of swimming or sweating. So this is great for physical activity, for workouts that are outdoors and that sort of thing as well. So like we said, it's sheer, it's lightweight, it's easy to put on even for someone who has hair on their body like my husband. He hates the mineral sunscreen sometimes because they just get stuck in his body hair. So this, he has found, is very smooth and easy to put on over his arms, his chest, his legs, where it can be a little bit hairier and a little bit more challenging. Coola products are all vegan, they're cruelty-free, they do not test on animals, and they are 100% reef friendly. They are gluten-free and non-GMO, and they are dermatology tested as well. So this product is $32 for a 5-ounce tube, which is a little bit on the spendier side, but as I've talked about before, I would rather pay more for an organic product that is healthier and non-toxic, organic, clean beauty. This has lasted us quite a while. We've been using it the whole time we've been on vacation, and we've still got a good amount in this tube left. It's got an SPF of 30, so reapplication is important when you are going to be in the sun for a longer period of time. Now, let's talk about the scores that it got on both EWG and Think Dirty. Environmental Working Group gave it a score of 5, and Think Dirty gives it a score of 6. So this is where we need to talk about ingredients. It does have quite a few organic ingredients in it, which is fantastic, but it does have 3 ingredients that both EWG and Think Dirty call out. Now, one is acacia gum, which EWG actually gives a score of 2 to 3, which actually isn't bad, guys. So I'm not exactly sure why they rated this as a 5 when they're only calling out that ingredient, which could possibly be an allergen or a toxicant, but it didn't have a whole lot more data about that. So I'm not sure it's something to really be concerned about. There's definitely worse ingredients, worse chemicals out there that we would want to avoid. Now, Think Dirty calls out 2 different ingredients. One is polymethyl methacrylate. Say that 10 times fast. That's a tricky one, guys. It's a smoothing agent. It fills wrinkles and just creates a film over the skin. So it's used in a lot of skincare products. Now, EWG actually just gives it a 1 because EWG says that it can't be absorbed into your skin. So it's not actually toxic to the skin or to our bodies. But what the problem is with it is that it's not good for the environment. It's basically silicone microbeads that don't break down in the environment. It's really just considered a microplastic. And this microplastic that is found not only in Coola products but other products as well is polluting the Great Lakes, it's polluting the oceans. And that's why Think Dirty actually gives that ingredient, polymethyl methacrylate, a score of 6. So I would imagine that Coola is going to pick up on this pretty soon and hopefully start to reformulate their products. Again, it's not toxic for us, but it isn't good for the environment, and there are actually several states that are in the process of banning it. And those include Minnesota, Maine, New York, and California. Now, one other ingredient that we have to talk about, and that is chlorphenicin. Chlorphenicin is an antimicrobial agent and a preservative. Think Dirty also gave it a 6, I believe, because of possible toxicity to the eyelids. I think there was one study out there recently that talked about that, but that was at max dosage. So it's just something to be aware of, something to look out for. If you do have really sensitive skin, it may not be the best choice for you. I would just try it, and if you noticed any irritation in the eyelid area, then perhaps discontinue use. Now, this is a body sunscreen, so hopefully you're not putting it near your eyes. You would be using a face sunscreen for that instead. But aside from that, all of the rest of the ingredients in this product are just fantastic. They are very nourishing and very soothing to the skin. Now, I just want to remind you too, when we're talking about possible chemicals that could be problematic, chemicals are everywhere, you guys. We are never going to be able to get rid of all chemicals in our lives. but we want to be aware of them. We want to know what they are so that we can make informed choices about our products. And what we love about companies like Coola is that they disclose every single ingredient so that we know exactly what we're buying and whether or not we want to choose that as a product. We want transparency and we want responsibility in the companies that we are buying products from. So I say, Coola, awesome work in transparency and disclosing everything that is in your products. So our job is to do the research, and that's what I'm here for. I do the research for you on these chemicals. I provide you with the information, and as a consumer, you get to decide whether the chemicals or ingredients in any item are worth the risk. And that is a choice that you will have to make individually for yourself. Now, the last thing we have to talk about is packaging. Well, this is a plastic tube, so that is a little bit of a bummer. Perhaps at some point there will be a better option. It does say it's recyclable, but as we know, these things usually really are not recyclable. So that's a bit of a bummer, but let's move on to the next products and we can look at the packaging of those because they are fantastic and much more sustainable. So next, let's talk about Mineral Sun Silk Cream. Since we were just talking about packaging, let's start off with that, you guys. This product and the BB cream that I'm going to talk about in a minute is actually in a glass jar. It's so fantastic, you guys. I love the Coola packaging. Their branding, their packaging, it's just so great. Again, this is an SPF of 30. It is 70% organic. It's oil-free, and it has their full 360-degree spectrum of protection against pollution and also UVA, UVB, IR, and HEV rays, which we are exposed to on a regular basis from the screens of our computers, of our phones. So it is really giving you, like it said, 360-degree protection. This has 15% zinc oxide in it, which is providing that SPF of 30. This is also fragrance-free and it's non-comedogenic. Now this is the perfect product to put under your makeup in the morning. You can apply whatever type of makeup you would like to over it. I will say that it goes on silky smooth, just like it says Sun Silk Cream. It goes on so smooth, but then it starts to get a little bit tacky, which does provide a good base for putting your makeup on over it, but I wouldn't just leave it by itself without makeup. Like, you couldn't just apply this and use it as your sunscreen. And that is one of the drawbacks of this product, I would say. And also, I did notice that it is slightly white at first, but it does sink into your skin, and like we said, if you're using it under makeup, then that is not really going to be much of a problem. Now, this product is $42 for 1.5 ounces, and you really don't have to use that much of it on your skin. So I think it's really going to last quite a while. It does not say whether it's water resistant, so again, this product is more probably for everyday use or protecting you from pollution and blue light and that sort of thing, along with some UVA and UVB protection. This product gets a 5 score from EWG and also from Think Dirty. Now that is because it has an ingredient in it called dimethicone. Dimethicone gets a score of 1 to 3 on EWG, so again, it's not the worst chemical ever. It's a silicone-based ingredient and it is used as a smoothing agent, and it has been classified as a possible toxicant. So you would just have to see if it's something that you are sensitive to or might want to avoid. But other than that, again, this is an organic product, 70% organic ingredients, and it is antioxidant rich with their plant protection formula. So I think this is a good product. I don't think I would buy it again. I think Coola has some other products that I would be more interested in, but if you like something that goes under your makeup, then this could be a great product for you. So last but not least, this is one of my favorite products by Coola. This is their Rosilliance Organic BB and Skin Tint. So this is a tinted sunscreen and BB cream. What is a BB cream, you say? According to Wikipedia, BB stands for beauty balm in Western markets. Products that are marketed as BB creams are generally designed to serve as a foundation, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. It can even serve as a concealer, primer, and even a skin treatment. And in the case of Coola, I would say that's true because, again, it has their lovely plant protection formula and technology in it to give you that great antioxidant boost. It features a bouquet of pale damas, white and apothecary rose stem cells. And let me tell you guys, this stuff is amazing. Now it is going to give you a little bit more of a dewy finish. I'm wearing it for this video so you can see it on my face here, and I've got some close-ups of it as well, but it does give you a little bit of a dewy finish. Now I have oilier skin, so that does stand out a little bit more for me. I probably wouldn't wear it on a daily basis, but when I'm sunbathing or going to the pool, going to the beach, anything like that, I think this is a fantastic product. It's very rich and very moisturizing. And I think the tint is amazing. So I picked Golden, which is the medium, and they have a light to medium, and then they also have a medium deep tint. So they have 3 to choose from, and hopefully that would cover most skin tones. It is an SPF of 30. It's got that sweet rose scent without any artificial fragrance or phthalates. It's 1.5 ounces and it's $52, which I think is a pretty good price for organic BB cream. EWG gives it a score of 4 and Think Dirty gives it a score of 3. So this is a super clean product. Now I just want to point out one more thing before we end this video, that I am wearing Jane Iredale Lip Drink Lip Balm. It's a great tinted lip balm that is awesome for the sun. It has a lovely lemon scent and I love it. My husband loves it. Of course, he uses the translucent, not the tinted. And I did do a video about that. I'll put a link to that here so that you can check it out if you would like. I hope you enjoyed this video about Coola Sun Care products. It's a great brand. I absolutely love it. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like it, share it. That helps me out here on my channel tremendously. Subscribe if you like this sort of information and hit the little bell so that you get notified of every single episode. I just want to remind you, friends, that we vote with our dollars. So shopping at companies like Coola tells these companies that we want them around. When you don't buy another product, it also tells that company that they need to start innovating and making better products for better health for all of us. And I wish you all the very, very best of health. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye-bye, friends. Take care. I'll see you very soon.